Whatever, I don't care. Yeah, we're gonna be playing Moss. Yeah, I honestly don't know whether or not to keep playing Saints and Sinners. There we go. Hello there, little mouse friend. Yeah, it's like I want to I want to believe in The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, but it's just not what I was hoping it to be. And as it gets more difficult, its shortcomings become more apparent. But anyway, we're playing Little Mouse Friend game. Yeah, I'm still having some positional issues with the Apache strap and counterweight, but it's definitely a lot more comfortable with this stuff. Anyway, do I do something with this or? Ooh, I do something with you apparently. Apparently I'm... So I can't see my boundaries for some reason, but apparently I'm running into one of them there. Ooh, pretty.
It was Quill's favorite story. How Sir Argus fought beside the Sprite Champion to seal this temple from the Arcane and secured the survival of their kinds. Simply standing in their heroic footsteps felt like a great honor.
And please let me know if you can't... The game is really quiet. Yeah, I was worried about that. Up that, and probably up that as well. Well, what the heck is... Oh. I know what's going on there. Oh, that's too loud for me now. I kind of wish that the Valve Index had a volume, like a physical volume knob. Because not only is this incredibly difficult to use, but also I like being able to control the computer's volume separate from my headset volume, because like when that basically means I don't have to worry about volume when I'm like recording or something. What, little mouse friend? Why aren't you ledge grabbing that? Oh, what the? Can I lift you up? Well, what good does that do? Excuse me. Oh, I think... Interesting. Fascinating, even. But yeah. I think I know why they didn't, because admittedly, if it had too much give or something, you'd risk, like, bumping into it and changing the volume. But I think if you designed it well enough, it wouldn't be a problem. I mean, the Valve Index already has dials for physical adjustments. Uh-oh. This is a very, very unique experience. I don't know if I've mentioned that already. But it's like, you know, without VR, you know, this game could exist, but would be like a, you know, just a fairly good platformer. But with VR, it just sort of becomes this very unique experience. Like, I wouldn't say that the VR is necessary for this game to exist, but... Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. There's a shimmy wall here. But no, I always take issue when people go, this game could not, you know, this game required VR. This game could not work without VR. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it would have to be designed a bit differently, but I don't think that's the same as something... I don't think that's the same as the game requiring VR on a fundamental level. It's like Half-Life Alyx. I mean, yeah, it would be... It would have to have very... It would have to be designed very differently. Okay. I can lock them in position. I didn't know that. Fascinating. But it's like you could make the game in VR. VR requires things to be different and all that. I already said that, whatever. What on earth am I supposed to do here? Oh, I can guide them with my hand. Will it stay wherever, or will it return to a neutral location? Huh. Can these beetles fly? No. Oh, there's something over there. I will say that take for instance like We Play requires, how am I supposed to get out of here? We Play requires the Wii remote, so but that's sort of the thing. It like yeah. I guess more what I'm saying is, okay, what happened exactly when I pulled this? Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. Never mind me. So I guess more what I should say is that yes, there are things like say the lab, which yeah, that could only be made in VR because oh heck. Because the whole point of the game was to show off the VR's functionality. But oh, come on now. They didn't remove the hurt trigger. Okay. There we go. Okay, now... Oh, there's even more back there. Well, again, with the Wii, they did have an excuse because all of their games were very much made around their controllers, and it would have taken a lot of effort to remake those games, removing motion control and all of that. And much in the same way, it's like Half-Life Alyx could have been made without VR, but the heck? But Valve, made it in VR. That was a design decision, and it's not like it was bad of them to make a flat screen version. Well, up until say Wii U, you could just buy the games and emulate them. I mean, heck, I think there's even a Switch emulator around that has moderately okay performance. That's actually one of the advantages of that. What are you doing, little mouse friend? But no, that's actually one of the advantages of how Nintendo has been which is why I mentioned the emulation thing. It's one of the advantages of how Nintendo has been making very underpowered consoles for the last several. You can high five, little mouse friend. Oh, that's adorable. But no, it makes their consoles relatively easy to emulate compared to like the PS4 and Xbox. Well, no, like up until the GameCube, they were still chasing performance. It was the Wii that was their first underpowered console. Because that's when they started selling their consoles based on gimmicks. And to be completely honest, like I do feel for Nintendo fans. What's with the little sprites? Oh, is this like a hub area? Never mind that. That's the fax machine. Yes, I do have a fax machine in my office. Oh, pretty. But no, I do feel for Nintendo fans who, like, want to see...
Quill hoped this was a shortcut to the castle. What she found was a strange and vibrant place shrouded in perpetual twilight. But something about it was oddly familiar.
This is like the first area. But yeah, but for me personally, I really like how their consoles are sold through gimmicks, because I find the gimmicks to be insanely fun to mess around with, and it makes me want their consoles. And it makes it feel less arbitrary how their games are only on their consoles. Compared to, like, say, the PS4, where it's like the PS4 is a really hard sell for me, because it's like, I have a PC. If the developers wanted to port their games to PC, there's really no reason they couldn't. Even though the PlayStation controllers technically have gimmicks, but it's like those gimmicks are rarely utilized to the best of my understanding, and are fairly easy to remove, again, to the best of my understanding. If I recall correctly, the PS3 controller has a gyroscope in it that maybe a handful of games utilize. The PS4 controller has a touch screen, as I recall. Oh, hello. Don't kill my little mouse friend. Oh, what the heck am I supposed... What am I supposed to do about all this? Don't kill my little mouse friend. Why can't I jump onto this? Thank you. Oh, little mouse friend. Oh. Oh, heck. But like, that's kind of the thing. Every exclusive game on a Nintendo console... Oh, come on. This is quickly becoming not fun. But no, every exclusive game on a Nintendo console generally uses that console's, you know... They tend to kind of hinge on the console's gimmicks. Whereas PS4, from what I've heard, every gimmick they add to the controller is met with a resounding "but why?" from both players and developers. Oh, come on! I can, like, pause you, can't I? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that scroll. I can't leave the scroll. Well, I've already left a scroll. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the scroll. Yeah. Well, I think Sony does own specific studios now. Though, funny enough, what am I supposed to do here? Though funny enough, Sony has actually started releasing some of their like first party games on PC, namely Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, I can make him shoot. Can I get you to walk on this? I can. Oh, come on. Aim where I want you to aim. No, don't. Stop turning that way. Why are you turning that way? Oh my gosh, why? Why are you so focused on shooting that specific one? My gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have a freaking coronary. Thank God. But yeah, the thing is that it's doubtful that Sony will continue to support PC in like completely, or even in my opinion in the long run. And the problem is that since, unlike Nintendo, they're sort of at the forefront of gaming performance, we still don't have a terribly sufficient PS3 emulator, let alone PS2. So if you want to play a PlayStation 3 or 4 or 5 game for the foreseeable future, you have to own a PlayStation device. What the heck am I supposed to do about this? Wondering if I'm supposed to go through that other door first. I mean, they are, technically. I mean, if you have the money to get a spec'd out PC, they are. But the thing is that like the performance gap is the heck? The performance gap is a lot smaller between even the PlayStation 3 and, well, the problem with the PlayStation 3 is that it uses it's somewhat non-standard. Its hardware is somewhat non-standard. But yeah, basically the PlayStation is just a much more complex computing device. Oh shoot. Making it, you know, require more resources to, I've got to be missing something. Requiring more resources to emulate. Yeah, basically. And the PS5 is doing something weird with its hardware as well, which might make it difficult to emulate on PC, but that has yet to be seen. Now, if you want to look at something which you can't emulate but really should be able to emulate on PC, look at the original Xbox. Last I heard, there's still no good way to emulate it on PC. For varying factors, it's not like the PC can't emulate it. It's more just that no one's developed an emulator for it for various reasons. Yeah, I still don't know how to do this. I mean, there's a hallway there. I've got to be missing something. Well, to be honest, part of the reason is that at the time, Microsoft weren't working against their PC market. So, like, Halo, Gears of War, that stuff still came to the PC. I think it came, like, on a several-year delay, but the games did come to PC. And so there's just not as much reason to emulate it as some other consoles. Also, it wasn't as popular as, well, because they make more money, you know. You remember Ross Scott's video on it? Like, I'm not gonna retread all that ground, but essentially the console market is sort of perfect for them because they control everything. They're making money on the hardware. They're making money on the on every game sold. You know, they have full control, and so it's more financial. It's more financially beneficial to... Am I I've got to be missing something. I feel like I just ran into the weirdest dead end in this game. It's like I can't do anything here. I can't do anything in the other place. Like if I try to continue off in this direction, little mouse friend just walks right back out of his own volition. I don't see any way of getting over there. Unless... Oh! There is a way to get over there. Yeah.
We're infested.
A grumble echoed from the cave.
And why would I do that?
It croaked loudly, annoyed at either nothing or something.
You in there!
Declared Quill boldly.
Where are we? I'm looking for the fastest way to the castle.
Oh my.
Quill recognized the toad as Veda's steed from the mire. Seemingly oblivious to Quill, he continued.
Fine. I'll open the route. Give them your fancy test. But you're only digging yourself a deeper grave with Root Seer Veda.
Okay. But yeah, I forget what the point of his video was exactly. Like I know in general terms what the video was about, but I don't know what it was named or anything like that. And as usual, I probably didn't agree with him 100%, but agreed with the general sentiment of what he said. Apparently I cannot cut those. Into the green tunnel we go!
If Veda knew I led you here, she'd burn my roots from existence.
A voice rose from the soil, gently shaking the branches.
But I need to know you can handle the perils of the castle.
Oh, I accidentally jumped into the abyss trying to jump up to that climbable platform. Yeah. I'm not even I'm not even talking about the semi-political stuff or whatever though. I'm just talking about he sometimes with the whole game preservation stuff, he will sometimes speak a bit too broadly or a bit too, what's the word? Brazenly? That's not quite the word I was looking for, but it's like I agree with the sentiment, but it's like I think he occasionally misses. I think he occasionally I don't know what I'm trying to say. Of course, I'm one to talk. I mean, I do. To be clear, I enjoy Ross Scott's videos, and I deeply appreciate what he's trying to do when it comes to game preservation and all of that sort of jazz. But, like, it's like, as much as I want to agree with him on some things, it's like I honestly don't think any of these companies are doing anything illegal, sadly, which, you know, means that nothing's going to actually change. Which is very frustrating, but... So help me if I run into another inexplicable dead end here. But no, admittedly, my position probably wouldn't make many friends either, because I see killing games as more of a moral wrong than a legal wrong. And partially because of that, my and like what I think the laws should be are very beyond what they probably should actually be. Okay, like, do I have to touch this? Oh.
No animal has ever crossed into a sprite's heartwood. The words radiated from the leaves. You must prove I've not erred in giving you the glass relic.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm a little bit of an anarchist. And my thing is that I'm so frustrated by how things are right now. You know, how many works of art are being indiscriminately killed. That basically, I think that with certain exceptions, because I'm not completely crazy, I think that everything should enter the public domain after like about 10 years or something. Now, I don't think series should necessarily enter the public domain after that amount of time, but I do believe that both, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to conform myself to any label in this regard. But like I think that series should be allowed to be privately owned for a longer period of time, but I think individual works of art should be public domain after about 10 years. Because the thing is that with digital media, you can't, unless you are copying something to the four corners of the globe, you cannot be sure that a work of art will last as long as the vagueness of however long it takes for things to enter the public domain right now is. Because it's like books, yeah, if you take good enough care of the book, it'll last a long time. And all of that. And it's easily copyable. But something like a game, like, basically, as it, what the, as it stands right now, if you care about game preservation, if you care about preservation of digital goods in general, you have to become a criminal, and that is not right. Yeah. And I mean, here's the thing. The preservation of digital goods is hard enough without it being illegal to preserve them. Which, I mean, technically it's not, but the methods... But what you have to do, what you practically have to do to preserve digital goods is illegal.
But we'll have more work to do if Veda is ever going to accept you as her champion. I'll summon you again when you're ready.
High five, little mouse friend. Also, what is wrong with me? Why do I go on these random tangents? While playing games, like tangents.
Boone and the reader were reunited with the toad of cantankerous disposition.
One test. Small flies, if you ask me. I doubt they'll even find the second portal back.
Am I supposed to go back to the portal then? Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of the problem, is that, like, no matter how hard you try, games specifically, you cannot perfectly preserve. Not unless technology progresses to the point that you're able to do, like, a perfect emulation of the original machine. It's like, you want to play, like, Riven, the sequel to Myst, the way it was originally released? You can't do that unless you have a computer of that vintage. Even going through even if you manage to set up a virtual machine in a way to let you do that, it's not going to run exactly the same. Which is a shame. But anyway, I'm going to call it. I really want to get to Darkest Dungeon today, so I'm going to call it here for this game for today. So yeah. So yeah. I'm going to pause the stream for a bit and then I'll be back. I'm getting very hypoglycemic and need to eat something. Yeah. So, see you in a bit.